What's up guys, welcome to Simple Chinese. My name is Mike Lin. I create a series of videos on YouTube so you can learn Chinese for free online, okay? So in this video we want to talk about is basically all the practice examples we can have on lesson 1 that we have learned all those grammar points. And there's about like 5 different questions, so we can just go through each of them and to see if you can also do that on your own, okay? So first one here will be, what we did was basically just kind of, replace the order for each Chinese word here. So what we have to do is basically put them together and make a sentence, okay? So first one, you see we see ma here. Ma is basically a question word, so immediately we know it's a question, okay? Let's say we have is you student in China. So what do you think can possibly mean in Chinese? Well, actually English, like they already give you the translation, which is, are you a Chinese student? So if you know in English, this sentence is supposed to mean, are you a Chinese student? How can you put them together? Okay, so we know ma is a question word, so we always put ma in the very end, and a question mark here. And then in Chinese, as you know, whatever the declarative statement, right? All you have to simply put ma afterwards and then make a question. Okay, so basically means after we put the ma, all we have to write just a declarative sentence. It's kind of hard to say that word, right? So basically we got the you know, is are student in China, right? So we kind of know. So that means a declarative. So it means we have to say you are, so 你是 you are, right? And then Chinese student, Chinese 中国学生. There you go. So that's how you write the question 1 here. So you are a Chinese student, right? So that is a statement by itself, like it means you are a Chinese student. And then to make it a question, you simply add the ma afterwards and then put a question mark. That will make it a question. And then that's how the right order for question 1 here. Okay, so let's see question 2 here. Question 2 here. We got a lot of different phrases. Okay, so basically we got a miss, we got a sir, or Mr. Got New Yorkers. Like he's from New York, another New Yorker, or like a person who's from New York, 纽约人, right? And we got a Wang, we got a Li. These two are basically last names or shared names. And then there's also, and there's is. So as you can see, there's like two ways you can actually make an example. Depends on what you're asking. Oh well, what the English translation can be. But basically, it's asking like, Miss Wang is a New Yorker, and Mr. Lee is also a New Yorker. So how do you write that? Okay, so very simple. Miss Wang, just like English, right? You write the difference is in Chinese, you write the last name first. So in this case, it will be Wang. Okay, then 小姐. Sorry, 小姐. So that means Miss Wang, right? So they already took out this and then this right here, and then is a New Yorker. So we got a 是. We take out 王是 here. 是. Right, New Yorker, 纽约人. So another one right here. Right, so take out another here. And then it's pretty simple. Then simply put comma here because it's a complete statement, right? And then you say 李先生, so Mr. Li. 李先生. Right, so Li right here, and then 先生 right here. And then we only have three phrases left. So as you know, we put yeah always right behind the subject and then right before the verb. Okay, so right behind the subject, so you put yeah right behind the subject here. Yeah, and then 是 means is. Again, yeah, 是, and then New Yorker, the last phrase right here. Alright, there we go. So here's the complete sentence. 王小姐是纽约人. So Miss Wang is a New Yorker. And then 李先生, Mr. Li, also is New Yorker. Okay, so or you can simply change the last name to like a 李小姐. So Miss Lee is a New Yorker and Mr. Wang is also a New Yorker. Okay, so that is how you do the number 2 here. All right, so let's do number 3 here. Number 3 and number 4 basically I didn't give you an instruction, but I can just explain very quick. Number 3 is basically how can you change that to a question. Okay, so that's number 4. All right, so let's see. 我姓李, right? So that is a statement, right? To ask this question, obviously you ask, what is your last name, right? So you can say 你, that means you. 姓, right? That means your last name. 什么? Oh, actually you don't know that yet. But basically, if you look at the grammar in the book, it will be 你贵姓. So that means honorable with your last name, right? So how to write that will be 你贵姓. Alright, so that's politely to ask what's your last name. So that's how you write number 3. Okay, so the answer is my last name is Lee. Then the question, how you ask the question would be 你贵姓, which honorable, just kind of politely ask what your last name is. Okay. And the next one here, 我也是学生, so I'm also a student. Okay. So that is like I said, like it's an answer. How do you ask that question? 我也是学生. That means if you want to ask that question, that means simply ask are you also a student, right? Like if I ask you, are you also a student? You either say I'm also a student, or like, oh no, I'm not a student. So that means yes, I'm a student. I'm also a student, right? So to simply ask that question, you literally all you do is simply you change that 我 to 你. So 你也是学生. Yeah, you change 你 here because obviously if you ask a question, you say you, don't say I, right? So 你也是, so you are also a student. So that is a complete statement, a declarative statement. Okay, it's kind of hard to say that word. And then to make a question, all you have to do is just put the ma here. There you go. Then that is a question. So, are you also a student? You're like, yeah, I'm also a student. I'm also a student. So that's how you write that. And then the next one here, number 5 here. So that's basically filling in the blank. As you can see, all those lines means blank, right? So that can just be very creative, do whatever you can. So let's say first one would be 你好, so hello. 我姓, so that means my last name is, I can put like, let's say my last name is Lin, right? My Chinese last name is Lin, or L-I-N, that's my last name. And then what's my name? You can call me Mike, right? My name is Mike. So Mike. Then 我是 blah blah 人, 不是 blah blah 人. So basically means I am this person, not that person. So in this case, blah 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 usually means like where you're from, or your heritage, your nationality, things like that. So you can say again, 我是中国人. So if you want to say I'm Chinese, it would be 我是, right? 中国. Yeah, sometimes the writing is pretty bad. Sorry. 我是中国人. So comma, that means I am Chinese, right? And then 不是, so I am not 美国人. Yeah, just kind of give you examples, kind of crappy handwriting, okay? So I'm Chinese, but I'm not American. Or you can change that to America, like, so 我是美国人, so I am America. Right, 美国人, 不是中国人, simply change that to 中国. Right, 我不是中国人. Should be a dot here. Yeah, so that's how you write that. So let's take care of these two, okay? And then the last here, these can be anything, 我是, 我不是. So simply means I am this, but I'm not that. So you can pretty much put whatever you want to put down. But based on what we learned so far, we can say like I am a student, not a teacher, right? So you can say 我是学生, so right here, 学生. So I'm a student, comma, right? 不是老师, 老师 would be teacher. So I'm a student, not a teacher. or vice versa. I'm a teacher. I'm not a student, right? So that's how you write that. So that is basically the practice questions for this lesson. I only pick a little bit. I think one of the hardest ones, or significant important ones. But if you want, you can also get that. All my questions are from this simplified characters book, and it comes with this text. It follows with this book is this is the textbook. Okay, so I get all my contents and everything from this book. So if you wanna kind of just tag along, make sure go get this book, and helps you just do learn something on your own. But I'm gonna talk about all those important points that I think is important from the book, and you can learn all these things. You can follow my videos day by day. And then you should be able to get a better understanding of all these whatever's in here. Okay, so that's all about this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and if you like it, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Actually, I'm gonna do it again. So yeah, so I forgot to talk about this. The book right here. All these questions are what I get from this book right here, which is that's the textbook, and this character workbook. So I got a link down below. Just click that. You should be able to get whatever these books from Amazon. And so I get all my contents from these books. So you don't have to get them, but it helps a lot if you get them in the practice on your own. Okay. So that's all about this video. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and like, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.